In a twist few predicted, whispers from inside Buckingham Palace suggest the carefully maintained order of the monarchy has been rattled. At the center is Catherine, Princess of Wales. Her quiet strength and unmistakable presence creating ripples even Queen Camilla may not have anticipated. What began as a routine engagement has taken on the weight of symbolism, fueling talk of a subtle but powerful shift in the palace's inner dynamics. Where others sometimes appeared constrained by duty, Catherine has approached her role with authenticity and steady resolve, grounding the crown in work that looks outward, not inward. Her portfolio speaks for itself. Alongside Prince William and Prince Harry, she helped launch Heads Together, bringing conversations about mental health into the mainstream and showing the monarchy can engage meaningfully with modern challenges. Her initiatives have focused on children's development, early years advocacy, and the emotional well-being of families, issues that touch millions. In doing so, she built credibility that transcends title, making her not just a figurehead, but a trusted advocate. That trust, impossible to manufacture through ceremony alone, is the foundation of her influence. Catherine's public role has always been balanced with private devotion. As a mother to Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, she embodies a hands-on, nurturing image of royal motherhood. The sight of her kneeling to a child's eye level or speaking candidly about the joys and challenges of parenting has resonated across generations. She feels both regal and relatable, a combination the modern monarchy needs to remain relevant. Each carefully judged appearance, focused, composed, and purposeful, reinforces that balance. Yet, as her influence grew, palace watchers sensed an undercurrent of unease. Queen Camilla, who fought a long uphill battle for public acceptance, suddenly found herself compared to a daughter-in-law whose popularity seemed unstoppable. Camilla's path was never simple. For decades, she weathered criticism and carried the weight of public hesitation. By the time King Charles III acceded to the throne in 2022, she had reshaped her image, presenting herself as a steady partner to the new sovereign and a dignified queen consort. But as the years have passed, Catherine's star has only climbed higher. At official events, cameras linger on her with a fascination that can eclipse even senior figures. Observers have noted subtle signs of distance, moments of formality between the two women that hint at differing instincts and audiences. Nothing overt is said, yet the contrasts are clear. Camilla represents continuity, tradition, and a complicated history finally reconciled. Catherine embodies modernity, warmth, and the promise of the monarchy's future. The tension isn't necessarily personal. It reflects two models of royal relevance competing for attention in the same institution. Those contrasts were stark during the coronation of King Charles III, a day meant to cement his reign and Camilla's position. Amid the grandeur, Catherine drew a remarkable share of global attention. Her poise, elegance, and unforced rapport with the public stood out against the backdrop of ancient ritual. It felt as if the future of the monarchy stood alongside its present, and the comparison was impossible to ignore. While Camilla fulfilled her role with dignity, Catherine radiated a kind of authenticity that resonates far beyond royal watchers. On a day designed to honor the new sovereign and his queen, the world's gaze repeatedly returned to the Princess of Wales. This is not because Catherine seeks power in any overt sense. Her influence is softer, trust earned through consistency, empathy, and visible service. In a monarchical system where perception and symbolism are everything, that soft power can be more consequential than any formal decree. It shifts how people feel about the crown, particularly those who might otherwise tune it out. That shift matters. An institution that relies on public acceptance must constantly justify its place. Catherine's brand of service does exactly that. What does this mean? For Queen Camilla, many argue she will continue to fulfill her role with steadiness, providing essential support to the king. Yet others suggest her reign may be overshadowed by Catherine's growing prominence, the cruel irony of a long-fought acceptance giving. way to the brighter aura of a younger figure who personifies renewal. Camilla's legacy may be defined not by failure, but by the presence of an heir's consort whose appeal aligns perfectly with the moment. Catherine's path, by contrast, seems increasingly clear. She is not merely preparing to be queen one day, she is modeling what that queenship could look like: compassion-driven, data-literate, family-centered, and publicly accountable. Her projects do not chase headlines. They build frameworks. Her appearances do not perform status. They humanize it. In a decade that prizes authenticity and measurable impact, Catherine has become the monarchy's most compelling answer to the question of why it still matters. The alleged tension between Catherine and Camilla may never be acknowledged, but it points to a larger truth. The monarchy is at a crossroads. On one side stands tradition, embodied by Charles and Camilla. On the other stands transformation, embodied by William and Catherine. The Crown's challenge is not to choose one over the other, but to harmonize continuity with change, maintaining dignity while speaking to the realities of modern life. For now, Buckingham Palace maintains its serene facade. Behind closed doors, however, the questions are unavoidable. How long can the institution lean on Catherine's popularity without unsettling its delicate hierarchy? And when William eventually ascends the throne, how will history remember Camilla, an anchor of quiet duty, or a consort overshadowed by the radiant presence of her daughter-in-law? Only time will answer those questions. What is already clear is this: Catherine, once the ordinary girl from the English countryside, has become an extraordinary force within the House of Windsor. In the process, she may have set in motion a transformation, steady, humane, and forward-looking.